Yes, I know it's been a while, but we're back and yeah, let's just get straight into it because I got some explaining to do. And yeah, like in this video, I'm just gonna touch on, what I've been through within the year, my headspace, where I'm at, and what's to come. I'll be real, my friends, like 2025 it's been a bittersweet year to say the least. Many ups, downs, middles, if you want to count that as a word. It's been a frustrating year, but a year where, I can reflect on and, understand what God was trying to do, We go through these things because we just have to, it's a part of life. This year has taught me that when God allows you to go through these tough patches, these rough situations and whatnot, they're to make you rather than to break you. They're to strengthen you for the greatness that lies ahead of you, If you don't go through that suffering and that pain, how can you handle the big blessings that God has in order for us? And this is something that this year has taught me. You have to go through the pain, you have to go through the fire, but it'll be so worth it on the other side. And this is something that was with me in terms of the hardships that I went through, man. But yeah, just to touch on football, the 2024-25 season was arguably the season of my life. Was really, really enjoying my football. Played every single game. Top performances. And this was uni football, by the way. Even got managers player of the season. And of course, I played non-league at the side. I played a lot of football. And you'd think that you'd push on. And you'd think that it was onward and upward from there. But my friends, that statement couldn't be any further from the truth because it wasn't meant to be. Lots of trials and tribulations, delays, stagnancies. It was just a frustrating period and it just felt like I was going around in circles or I was in a maze. Obviously in a maze there's a way out, but essentially in this moment in time I just didn't know where the way out was. I was going from club to club, wasn't getting any minutes at all, and it felt like no matter how hard I tried, no matter how hard I worked, the situation was just getting worse and worse and worse. It was like when I overcame one barrier, the next barrier was awaiting me, and that next barrier was just even harder and tougher to break. And you go through these things and you ask God, how long is the suffering going to last? How much more do I have to go through? These are the questions I was asking myself because it was just a frustrating time, loads of rejections, and I feel like the crown and glory of all of this was the fact that, I had to go on holiday with my family, and that's something I couldn't say no to because it was family at the end of the day. And when I came back, it was like I was playing a game of catch regarding chasing these teams because initially my plan was to be signed before I go to Sweden. When I come back, I'm blessed. But it wasn't the case, and when I came back from Sweden, it was just a chasing game, man. And it just left me in a place of, stagnancy. And yeah, I just wanted to spend this time to just talk with you guys. Like, I'm not even gonna go crazy in the editing. Obviously, you see the clips from above of me playing football barefooted and futsal and all of these things. But I just wanted to be honest and have a conversation and just tell you guys where my head is at, because I just feel like you guys deserve this. If you guys remember that I was making content before, but obviously I had to stop that because of uni, and I felt like I was also rushing the process. Now that I have a bit more time on my hands, I can make more videos, and I just wanted to make a video before the end of the year because it would have been unfair to go to 2026 without settling the unfinished business I have in 2025. And I just felt like this video was pending. It had to be released. But yeah, that's just where my head's at the moment. I mean, it wasn't all doom and gloom. There were so many valuable lessons that I learned within this frustrating period. I learned the essence of patience. I became even more closer to God and fellowshipping with him in my secret place. And what I mean about fellowship is that I was having time to commune with God, to speak of him, not to even ask for anything in this time, no, but to just make his name known, because he deserves it, and he deserves every ounce of our praise and even more. And by doing these things, I grew closer to him, dedicating that time in the secret place, a place designated for only you and God, a place of no distractions, a place where transparency is at the forefront. There's no lies or secrets, everything's out on the table. And I was just glad that I was able to learn these valuable lessons. It taught me a lot about resilience and perseverance, faith. And yeah, these are the things that I had to discover, and the positive things I discovered through my rough time, And I really thank God for where he's taken me and what he's allowed me to go through, because in the beginning it didn't make sense, but now I'm seeing the fruits and labors of it. So I really thank him. But yeah, just seeing by these clips, you saw me playing barefooted, obviously with the futsal and everything, and these things allow me to be more technical on the ball. I believe that the football has to be your best friend, and you have to constantly be at it each and every single day. Obviously recovery is important, but during my time with our club, these are the things I was doing, and just making sure that I was sharp when the opportunity comes. You have to always be ready, because anything can happen in an instant. So yeah, I really thank God for that. And yeah, I can't complain. It's been a bittersweet year, like I said earlier, but a year that I can reflect on, a year that I can give God thanks, and a year of lessons. But that being said, my friends, did you end up doing the things that God called you to do, or did you procrastinate? Because I read something and it really convicted me, and someone said procrastination equals enemy of progress. And wow, that made me think, time is really of the essence. And yeah, you just gotta graft and keep your head down and move and work, because time waits for no man. But yeah, 2025, it was fun while it lasted, but on to 2026. 2026, I'm looking to upload more, and I can't wait. I'm excited. But yeah, if this blessed you, like if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy New Year, my friends.